Hello, everyone. Welcome. Hope y'all are doing well on this Tuesday, apparently, in this time period, in this timeline, according to those very hardcore Christians. Today is supposed to be the rapture. Okay? The rapture. Um, but um, I was getting ready, for today overall and just getting ready to do readings, all those good things, all that good jazz. And I was thinking about intuition. Like, what are some ways people can strengthen their intuition spiritually? Because you can use intuition not just spiritually, but in spiritual ways to know when to trust the signs that you're getting, the messages that you're getting. Um, all those things, right? Just trusting in that, and trusting in your spirit team when they say they have it and it doesn't look like it's going to be handled. Trusting in your energy when it feels right, when it doesn't feel right, all those things. And something popped up in my head, and I've said it before. I feel like I've said it before. If I haven't, I'm going to say now. A good way to strengthen your intuition is pick a card. And not just, most of this is one of the ways that I was thinking about and one of the ways that kept coming up. And I'll say the other ways that kept coming up as well. Hence the title of this video, if you're watching. But it's pick a card. Because if you think about it, I say, each pal will have a different message essentially for it. Different energy, different overall energy, all those things. Even if I'm doing, say, like a full moon pick a card, the overall energy, of course, is around the full moon, but each pick a card will be different. So, being able to trust in your intuition, even with something like that, spiritually, to choose the correct pile, to get the correct message for you that you will resonate with, that you will align with. And even if you feel like you're not resonating with what it's saying, but you're not even drawn to any other pile, and that pile keeps calling out to you, trusting and knowing, like, okay, this must be like future information or, things to be, and that comes again with just trusting. It's like, you know what, I'm feeling this, I'm gonna go, I heard gut. That's why sometimes I put don't even think about it. Just whatever you think about, go with that. Whatever you feel, go ahead and set that up as well, because that's what you're feeling. And sometimes for me, when I'm like doing pick the cards, I can sometimes resonate with them, and I'm like, okay, I gotta resonate with this one. But I know not to add my energy into it, obviously. Or when I'm watching, other readers and things of that sort, sometimes I feel like, okay, I'm pulling part 1 and 3. So I only watch 1 and 3. And it'll kind of be not the same message, but what I needed to hear in both of those messages. They're saying different things to get a different understanding for what I need to know and what I need to gather, all those things. Window before I start lighting stuff. And so that is a good way to strengthen your spiritual intuition, right? Other ways I say to strengthen intuition, just overall trusting yourself, which is what that means is you're getting your feeling, you're getting emotion or energy, and you're trusting that emotional energy, right? So another way I like to say is just something simple that you do every day, which is picking out clothes. If you're feeling like wearing this, whether you like, oh, I want to dress up, I want to dress down, I want to invoke this energy today, I want to feel like this today, or whatever it is, it's this realization that you are trusting even something as simple as that. I do not have my lighter in here. Yes, I do. Something as simple as that, and allowing that to be there for you. So, oh my God, I got bit by a mosquito. I was outside for like 5 seconds. Ah! Oh my God. Oh my goodness. Okay, sorry. I was out there for literally out the trash, and then I came back. Stopped for like a little bit so the little one could pee, and then like 5 seconds. Anyhow, anyway, excuse me. Thank you, Spirit, for cleansing energy, protection energy, for one and for all. Um, but just picking out clothes, um, trusting in us was like, okay, something, and this is different because people sometimes feel like because you trust and follow your intuition or your gut, everything's going to be smooth and everything's going to be easy, everything's going to be comfortable. Sometimes it isn't. Not everything is going to be comfortable. Not everything is going to be cozy. Not everything's going to feel amazing and great and all these things. Sometimes it really does feel uncomfortable. You feel maybe you're afraid to do those things or not do those things, or, a little bit of pull, but it comes from allowing yourself to trust that this feeling, the other side of this feeling, of this emotion, after processing and going through it, is the outcome that you truly want, that you truly desire. And you're trusting in that and you're believing in that, right? Um, and allowing that to be on the forefront for you. So recognizing that and putting that in is something that is very powerful, because if you're even able to trust yourself with what you're wearing, thanks for protection. If you're trusting even something as simple as that, as picking out clothes, you're gonna be able to trust, like, okay, I'm getting signs to make a move. You're gonna trust in that because you're like, it's kind of the same feeling, which you're gonna sound crazy. It's kind of the same feeling as when I pick out my clothes in the morning. It's when I decide what to eat for the day. It's when I decide to go to an event or not. Okay, I'm gonna pause, put on some of this cream that I have, and then come back. Whew. A lot better, a lot better. But to trust yourself with those small things, it'll give that same feeling emotion. It's kind of like when your mom give you like a small task when you're growing up, right? And say you didn't do the task, you kind of just didn't take full responsibility for what you were supposed to do, right? It's kind of like those things off the shows, like, if you can take care of this or keep up with this, then we'll give you this, so we'll allow you to have this. We're able to see, because it's like, if I can't trust you with something small, something that it's easy, that I can't trust you with something big, something that's a lot more responsibility, that's not just going to affect you. Please release the abundance, glory, protection. Thank you. To come in, you know what I mean? So it's kind of like, how am I going to trust you with that? Like, if I can trust you to get up in the morning, on time, and do all these things, I can't trust you to, get somebody else up in the morning, or something. Get what I'm saying? It's kind of like when you're in like a training period at work. At least for call centers, because I worked in different places, but for call centers, it'll be an easier example where they give you like fake accounts, false accounts, so that way if you mess up, it's not that big of an impact. But we want to see how responsible you be. Will you use the resources that you have? Will you reach out to people if you need help? Will you raise your hand if you need help? Take a moment to reflect. Will you look at your own notes? Are you responsible enough to handle this false account? To go in, make changes, demark out, like all this stuff. Are you able to keep your temper cool? Are you able to, all these things before we actually get you on the floor dealing with real people, real accounts, and real situations? Are you able to handle this? And so that's how I think about it, with those small moments of intuition, picking a card, and just being like, okay, right now I need a pause moment. I don't know which card to pick, Spirit, within me and supporting me, how, let me, and just really going in and listening to self. Oh, they already formed. Oh my God, I'm gonna be doing this all day. Oh, sometimes soy sauce works and sometimes doesn't. But sorry. And so allowing that, and that's why I say things like the way that you pick your clothes and what you want to adorn yourself with, if you're deciding if you're going to go somewhere or not. Just trusting that you're going to make the right decisions. Thank you for cleaning energy and awakening energy. Thank you, Asha. And allowing that to be that invocation for you, It's instead of saying, even just small things is what helps strengthen your intuition. Instead of saying something told me, to do this. You can be like, oh, thank you, Spirit, thank you, universe, thank you, because now it's like I'm acknowledging that, or oh, when I would do something or set something up or remember something, or I'm like, oh, I'm glad. I'm like, thank you, subconscious. Thank you, my subconscious. Because it's again tying it to something that I know I can rely on, something I know I can believe in, I trust, and adding in even that phrase. So sometimes it's not even just like, oh, pick it. It's trusting, like, oh, thank you, subconscious, thank you, spirit. Like, it's pulling it into something so that way when you do call them, you know they're going to give you the right answer. When you're calling yourself, you know that you can find it within yourself to give yourself the right answer to make those decisions. And right now, when I'm filming this, we are currently in Libra season. So adding in that balance of choosing those decisions and or adding in that grace to when you are deciding what to choose and how to do it to strengthen your intuition. And also trusting your intuition comes with also knowing yourself, knowing that you'll make the right decision. And even if you feel like you didn't or the outcome looks like you didn't, trusting that you can resolve it, you can handle it, you can fix it, all those things. So with that recognition, it allows you to take that in and hold that in, for yourself and for others as well, right? And sorry, I'm giving, what was his name? For the Proud Family, who's off of the neck, Wizard Kelly. So being able to recognize and take that in, like, okay, I chose this. This is what I decided. I'm selling this, like, and then you're able to make big decisions about friends that you want to have in your life, where you want to move, what career you want to have, when to speak up, how to speak up, and all those things, and just much more. So it does start small, in those small ways of what do you do when you recognize that you were right about something because you trusted your gut and intuition. Do you acknowledge it? Do you, take that moment to be like, yes, I did it. I got it all set up. Everything is handled. I trusted my guts. Something told me. And then you're like, hold on, no, not something. My subconscious told me, spirit told me, God told me, universe told me. It's things of that sort. Ooh, that was so good. And being able to take it in this, this getting so really wrong. Ah, my gosh. The cream is not working. Any other way, sorry. But trusting in that energy and knowing that as well. So that's kind of the thought I was having, like, what are some different ways? And pick a card is a great one, And also, even if it isn't like pick a card, even if it's just a reading, like, I posted some readings yesterday, and I just post readings period like this, where there isn't a pick a card. It's just a straight message. It is just a straight message. Just sharing up messages, cards, energy, information. It's just straight channeling. Sorry. It is just straight channeling happening, right? And so you have to recognize, okay, that part that doesn't even sound like any situation I've ever been in or will be in. Things of that sort. Or you have to know even in that of what to take and what not to take. I wish I could show you. These have welted up already. Oh my God. What they used to say back then, you got some sweet blood. Oh my God, ever since I was little, like, what the fuck? And I don't have O positive blood. So don't even. But anyhow, anyway, I'm sorry I keep getting distracted by these itches. That could be a sign as well. But staying focused and allowing that as well to be like, okay, this is for me, this isn't. Because when you try to make a shoe fit, and it isn't, and just what's the point? It's kind of like being shocked that you didn't win the lottery when you never played. Being shocked that you didn't get accepted into a school, but you never applied. It's kind of like that energy. Like, you can't be shocked that information, it don't resonate with you. Don't try to make the shoe fit. So that's kind of what I was thinking today. That's my little self journey rant conversation thing about intuition, because it is a lot of things. People always like, use your discernment, use your discernment, use your discernment. But they don't tell you how to strengthen using it, that discernment, how to question it at certain times. Like, okay, am I just thing about old hamsters is it's a trigger that I need to work on and dig deep with, you know? Because sometimes I have to catch myself, and bring in that sense where I'm just like, okay, Sierra, like this is not your intuition. This is your paranoia. What is that? This is your paranoia coming in. Relax, and calm down. And then it's like, yeah, but it also takes my intuition and knowing, like, being able to question that as well. Because sometimes your first thought can be the confusion thought. And you got to clear it out, like, hold on, no. Those intrusive thoughts and feelings. So again, it's even being allowing yourself the grace to question those things, to want to understand those things, to really dive deep in. That is the only way it also gets strong, as well as being able to be willing to dive deep with self, to get to that answer, right? And truly allow that to happen for you. So some ways that I worked it, and I use that as an example, is the clothes that I wore. Because of growing up with him and I was in this and that, never really knowing, and all this stuff was like just even deciding, like, yeah, I feel comfortable in these clothes. No matter what somebody else said, well, this is this or da da da. No matter what war, I remember I was getting dressed up and I was wearing heels, and I was like, and my friend was wearing something else and we were going somewhere. I was like, oh, I feel a little too dressed up. She was like, so even if you are, this is how I decided to dress. This is how you decided to dress, because this is how we felt today. No, I'm gonna change it. You look good. And so it's even that energy, or when you're dressing down, and just it's and I keep saying that because that can be significant for some, but it's just it's so easily to work it because we all get dressed every day. You know, and it's good to know what you feel comfortable in wearing, what you don't feel comfortable in wearing. And also, even when say like you're growing, you have to be like, okay, I gotta let go of this shirt or revamp it in a different way to make it fit on my body that makes you feel good. And that's trusting yourself, because that's what your intuition is: trusting this feeling, this strong urge, this knowing without knowing energy that's coming in here for you, and trusting in that, right? So that has been, and I'm running up that on intuition, but picking a card, trusting what it is for you, just your everyday life and what you're deciding to do, and question those moments you're like, am I really sure about this? Okay, yeah, having that conversation with I'll be like, yeah, I am, or no, I'm not. Let me give myself a moment. It doesn't have to be rushed for the intuition to be real. It doesn't have to be quick for the intuition to be real. People like, so as soon as you feel it, you gotta, you know. And sometimes it don't be that. It just be your own emotions, your own feelings, your own past traumas and hurts that are coming out. And so that's where you want to balance those things, right? But that has been said. That has been all. This is just kind of a little rant on intuition and some journey energy. But I love you guys. Love yourselves more. Until next time.